A thing that separates me, I think, from other people is that I'm very aware of my feelings. For example, I know why I've made the decisions I've made in the past. If I make a decision that turns out to be, in my judgment, wrong, I'll remember why I made it. I mean, very rarely will I not remember why I made it. I mean, it was so long ago when I was doing things that I didn't know why. I mean, I almost have forgotten that it's possible to act that way. And when I say separate, I don't mean makes me special. I mean literally separates me. It's a communication problem because, I'm often talking to people about things that have gone on. They have tremendous difficulty discussing it. They're just people in general are so emotionally weak. They cannot stand in the same room with one of their own emotions, and yet they're all in their head. I don't understand it, but this is what separates and isolates because talking to other people and maybe I've made a mistake and I'm like, well, here's my reason, there's my reason. This is all very useful stuff if the other person can do that, but the other person 9 times out of 10 is like, well, I don't really remember and I don't know why I did that, and I know I was feeling angry, I don't really remember what about, and you know what I mean. It's like me, if something set me off and then a day later I'm like, I got an idea now, I remember that, I remember enough to go, wait, how did I get my state of mind there? And I'd trace it back if I didn't already have, you know, a memory of it. And, I'm doing this continuously. And it's like I'm looking at things that are invisible to other people, like I've got night vision or something. And I'm actually, and I'll be like, I really want to know what you were thinking. And my theory of what they were thinking will often be better than their own. I mean, like, if I do find out, it turns out my theory was way more accurate than I thought because I knew I was just coming up with something because they wouldn't say. And then they're so bad at knowing their own feelings that it turns out I'd have been right. And it all ends up with an inability to communicate with people about the most important things in our shared experiences. But I am definitely the one that's different from the rest, I guess. That I'll have to admit. If there was a problem in communication that's to be reduced down to, okay, well, who's doing the unconventional thinking here? It's me. Yeah. But look at the fucking world around you. You know, uh, doing your conventional thinking is probably not a good idea unless you like the status quo. And I have yet to meet someone that'll admit that they do. I mean, I know lots of introspective people, and even them, when it comes to their own emotional reasoning, are very. It's like there's an unwritten rule. You're supposed to let your emotions motivate your action, then forget them as quickly as possible, and hopefully, I guess, think up some sort of other explanation if need be, whenever the time comes. Unrelated to the, you have to remember. I remember being in, I think it was fifth grade, and we went into the kindergarten room for some event, some speaker or something, and I was seeing all the kindergarten stuff, and they had a construction paper thing of a train. It was a train of thought. It had a series of words on it, and it was like, I remember going, click, that is a really good metaphor. I've heard of this, of course, train of thought. I knew it well. Everybody's heard of it. But I was realizing, really, it's a train, and I realized this was my little ability. This is what I was able to do. I was able to see my own thought processes. You know, is it something I developed? I was really young. I think I was. Is it something everybody has and most everybody else is ignoring and unlearning it? Is my brain different so that I have conscious vision of my own thought process and other people just don't have that capacity? Am I fooling myself and what I watch is not really related? I mean, I know I'm not literally looking at the thought process, that's a bunch of neurons. But I see the mental objects going by in the stream of emotions, and I can remember, oh, that image made me upset. And then it was over here that I had the aggro idea that I thought was about something else. And, sometimes it takes a while to piece together, but I find you can piece a lot of it together with deduction and just memory a special kind of memory where there's a sequentialism, where you remember that one thing led to another, not just what was, is, but how things became. Is that what it is? Is it because I focus on how things are changing, how they're what they're becoming rather than what they are, and that led to this ability, or did I have this ability and it made me have this philosophy that being is a bunch of bullshit and all there really is action and becoming and change? Yeah, those are the parts I don't know, and I'm obviously not going to find out from anybody else because I just can't trust anybody else's ability to witness their own thought process. I'd like to, but I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of brain damage on my part. Who knows?